My name is Jazzy, and I'm a health fitness specialist here with Exocet Autodesk. And today we're going to be stretching. So, we're going to start off on our knees, okay? So, we're going to be kneeling down, and we want to have our glutes touching our heels. So, I'm going to be fully kneeling, just like this. And we're first going to start off with a couple neck stretches, okay? So I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to place it on my left side of my head, just past my ear. And I'm going to go ahead and gently pull that other ear, my right ear, towards my right shoulder. If you need a little extra of a stretch, you can go ahead and take your left arm and place it behind your back. So it will look like this while we're still kneeling. And that's really just going to help open up our chest a little bit more. If that's uncomfortable, just go ahead and place that hand in your lap. Make sure we're breathing still. One more deep breath in and out. And gently release our hand from our head and bring our left hand back down. And now we're going to do the same thing with the other side. So taking our left hand, grabbing by the ear, pulling our left ear towards our left shoulder. And to have an added stretch, go ahead and take that right hand and place it as far as you can in the middle of your upper back. Make sure we're not forgetting to breathe. Just letting gravity kind of pull on our head and opening the chest up. Let's go ahead and do one more inhale and one more exhale. And let's slowly release out of that stretch. And the next thing we're going to do, we're still going to be on our knees. We're going to take our hands and we're going to interlace our fingers. And we're going to push our knuckles towards the ground. While doing so, go ahead and gently gaze forward. Really pull those shoulders back. That's going to help open up your chest and stretching out your neck a little bit. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths, really pushing those shoulders back. If it's too intense on your neck, go ahead and gaze slightly more forward. And on the next exhale, we're going to go ahead and go into a forward fold. So go ahead and fold forward, place your forehead on the ground, and bring your knuckles up towards the ceiling. So again, that's really going to help open up your shoulders and your chest. Make sure we're breathing nice and deep. And one last inhale. One last exhale. And we're slowly going to bring the hands down for our sides and then bring them forward for child's pose. So if you need to go ahead and bring your knees further apart to feel a little bit more stretch in your hips, feel free to do so. Rocking those fingers as far as you can to feel that opening up the shoulders a little more. And inhaling into the belly. Nice deep breaths here. Really breathing into the tight muscles, feeling ourselves relax a little bit more with each breath. And one more deep breath in and out. From here, we're going to slowly come up onto our hands and knees into that tabletop position. And from here, I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to thread it through my left arm and left knee, and I'm going to bring my head to the ground and really feeling that opening up the upper back. And we're going to take one more breath here. And then let's go ahead and lift our left arm off of the ground and let's fold it behind our back. So we're going to start to feel that opening up the chest as well as stretching out the low back. So we're just twisting that arm around our back. And let's go ahead and do one more inhale. One more exhale. Place that left hand back on the ground. Come back into tabletop. And let's go ahead and do the other side. So I'm going to take my left arm, thread it through my right arm and my right knee. Pressing that arm into the ground, really feeling that stretch through the upper back. And one more inhale. And exhale. And as we exhale, bring that left arm up and over through the low back, opening up that chest and the shoulder of your right arm. Make sure we're still breathing. One more inhale. And exhale. Let's slowly bring that left arm back. Or sorry, the right arm back to the ground and back into tabletop. And from here, we're going to do high kneeling. We're going to do one last stretch. We're going to go ahead and stretch out our hip flexors. So let's go ahead and bring the left knee up. We're going to stretch our right leg first. So let's go ahead and push those hips forward, leaning slightly forward, keeping your low back nice and flat, squeezing the glutes and reaching up overhead. So we're not arching our back, we're nice and straight, pushing those hips forward. And let's go ahead and release. We're gonna go ahead and do that 2 more times. Going back into the stretch, really push those hips forward, squeezing that glute. And release. And one more. Reaching as high as you can, feeling that stretch in your side, really pushing those hips forward. And release. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other knee. So my left knee is down, right knee is up. Pushing those hips forward, keeping the back nice and flat. Squeeze your glutes, reaching up overhead. So we're feeling that stretch in the front of our hip. And go ahead and release. And we're gonna go back into it, reaching as high as you can, squeezing your glute. Try and get a little bit of a deeper stretch each time. And release. We're gonna go ahead and do that one more time. Going back in, reaching up as high as you can, pushing those hips forward, squeezing your glute. Not forgetting to breathe. And go ahead and release. That will be all of our stretches for today. Thank you all for coming to today's stretch break. Hope you're nice and refreshed, ready to go back the rest of your day. Don't forget, tomorrow we do have another stretch break at 3 with Brittany, and I look forward to seeing you guys all there. Bye.